Today I will show how I attached an underwater flashlight to an underwater camera housing that I have right here. This one is specific for Canon G9 model, so fairly old, and the flashlight that I have is pretty simple one. It's this one. It's fairly inexpensive, it works fairly well. It takes one lithium battery, costs under $20, and it has a T6 LED light, so it's very bright. So I decided to attach it to the camera kind of like this, so I needed to make a bracket. Some flashes that I had came with this piece. This was a piece of aluminum bracket that has a rubber padding on one side and a slot and this knob here that with a threaded screw that goes in one of these 1/4-inch bolts here. So now what I had to do is this piece. This is a metal bracket I actually just found in my one of the boxes that I have. That is used for attaching computers in the rack system. They have already pre-drilled holes and threaded holes. I think it's M5 screws fit in it. If you don't have it, it really doesn't matter how you know the specific dimensions. You can actually bend it from any piece of metal that you have, or make it out of plastic if you have something suitable. Now, once I had a suitable bracket, I actually had to drill these 2 holes, or maybe just one. I think this hole already was here. So drill 2 holes, put screws in, attach the bracket at 90 degrees, so which was fairly easy. Doesn't have to be metal, can be plastic just as well. This piece is this foamy sleeping pad that works really well with hot melt glue, so I just cut it off, kind of having this slot here in the middle for the handle of the flashlight to fit in between, so it doesn't slide anywhere. It kind of stays in place, pointing one direction. Now around this red piece is just a bungee cord. The way I attach the flashlight, I just thread this loose piece here and put the flashlight through these rubber cords. It's almost in place. Here we go. It's in place, and this one I can just wrap around here and attach it to the through the bungee cord as well, so it stays in place. Now once I have it, it's pretty much done. I just attach it to the camera housing. Let's do it right here. And the rubbery pad on the bottom prevents it from slipping. And here we go. You have now an underwater camera with a flashlight attached. Now this battery in this flashlight lasts for a couple hours, which is good, but it's a little hard to turn it on and off in the water. So I can just turn it on and it lasts through the dive. Now one more thing I did for this is I made this diffuser. Took some of those foamy insulators and a piece of plastic. It's a reflector from, I think, daylight bulbs that go in the ceiling, and it snugly fit here onto this flashlight. It doesn't work too well in the water, and one thing to keep in mind is this specific construction will become very loose in water, so it will actually almost like come off directly off this flashlight. So I used a couple rubber bands that I had here that to keep it in place. So I attached a rubber band between the flashlight and this end of the bracket here. So it worked fairly well. It diffused pretty well. Again, even a bright flashlight doesn't give as much light, but it still is better than nothing, especially if you do any cave diving or anything. It's very simple. It doesn't cost anything. Almost, well, you need to have a flashlight, and it worked reliably well. So hopefully you enjoyed it and you can make your own one.